Next on the list, we have Eric Lipman with Utility Reform Now. Welcome back to committee. Please go ahead and introduce yourself for the record and proceed.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Members, my name is Eric Lipman of Utility Reform Now. Representative Buck is certainly right about one thing, which is ratepayers are burdened, and they're burdened by overpayments. But in my view, House File 4236, while well-intentioned, is at best an interim solution on the problem of interim rates. She's right about the problem of unforeseeable spikes in utility rates, what folks who are in the utility industry call rate shock, and it is shocking. But the underlying core problems are different. The problems that underlie a rate shock are twofold in my view. One is that the process for setting rates is too costly and too lengthy. There are a number of letters in the materials now about that. And the other key piece is that it does nearly nothing. Our current process does nearly nothing to produce gradual increases in rates, the kinds of things that Representative Buck would like to happen, and me too. The handout includes two potential solutions as you move towards possible inclusion in an omnibus bill. They're fairly straightforward, both of which would, I think, incentivize better outcomes by casting more sunshine onto the problem areas. And I think there are two. The first suggestion is to disclose the amounts that the government will charge ratepayers for setting rates. In Excel's current rate case, for example, the government charges are going to be 6% of the increase. I think if we're sending out notices, spending hundreds of thousands of dollars to put those inserts into the mailers, we should disclose what the government is going to be adding on to those bills. I think it's basic transparency. The other is much more important. I think gets to the key issue. It's to jumpstart the development of gradually inclining multi-year rates. And in this context, I think it's important to remind members who the Minnesota mother of multi-year rates was. Anyone want to guess? Speaker Emerita Melissa Hortman. And while I know, and I certainly support the efforts, there are lots of efforts around the Capitol to name a park after her, to name the building across the street after her. I think much better than those efforts, although those are certainly fine, is to rescue her work in multi-year rate plans. She broke the logjam of the 2015 special session by reaching across the aisle to Pat Garofalo. They made House File 1, to give us multi-year rate plans. But it's been stuck in a regulatory desert at the PUC for 10 years. Call them to account. Jumpstart the problem. A more lasting solution than the interim solution presented today by Representative Buck. I think if you rescue what she did in her life, that's a much better tribute and testimony, and it's much better than a sign. Thank you, Madam Chair and members.